Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, the content that we have got to send you into the weekend on is a really important one. Now, this is breaking as of like 3 to 4 hours ago. Now, there's an article in the New York Times, and you know how last week before last, they were really coming out from the gun control side and attacking the White House. They were attacking Biden. They were demanding that we need a new ATF director, demanding we need an Office of Gun Violence Prevention. We need a wing in the White House that does the same thing. That's what they were doing 2 weeks ago. Well, now they are openly coming out and attacking the ATF for, get this, enabling gun rights. You can't make this up. Everything's going to be linked in the description box below. I want to hear from you guys on this one because this right here, in my opinion, this represents the biggest threat of all the gun controllers is their ability to okay the idea that the ends justify the means. Anything goes as long as they achieve their goals. That's what we're going to cover on the other side of this. I got to say a quick word from our sponsor, which made these videos possible this week, and then we're going to hit it, and I need to hear you guys on this one because this is important. Now, our sponsor for this week's videos is Woox. That's Woox. They are a new outdoor brand based in Hickory, North Carolina, and their mission is to create high-end products for outdoor enthusiasts. The company is the wild child of Manelli Group, an Italian company started in 1937 by Francesco Manelli and his 3 sons. By making gear in-house, we're able to provide higher quality, better looking, high-end products at a fraction of the going craftsmanship price. If you're into the outdoors, do it beautifully by clicking the link in the description box below, and there's a coupon code that they just threw my way to make sure you guys get the best deal possible. Thank you so much to Woox, and now let's get on to this because this is really important, guys. I want to hear from you and send this one out because listen, they're blaming the ATF. This is crazy town. All right. So here's the article title. In the New York Times, this is not a small fry organization. ATF, agency crucial to Biden's gun plan, struggles to push reform. It doesn't sound that bad, but listen. Critics accuse the ATF's acting director, Marvin Richardson, of cozying up to the gun industry leaders at a convention in Las Vegas and delaying enacting rules that would outlaw so-called ghost guns. So they're openly saying that at SHOT Show in Vegas, the ATF director was there and he's in league with the whole thing. They aren't redefining any products, making them into something that they're not, putting people in jail, arresting people, making all these charges, these ambiguous rules. They're not doing any of that. They're enabling gun rights. The ends justify the means. 5 weeks ago, 5 months ago, 10 minutes ago, they were saying the ATF needed a new director because that was the only way forward. The beleaguered agency is rudderless in a sea of gun rights. Well, now they're saying it's its fault. Check this out. This is as of March 4th, by the way. Washington. In late January, days before President Biden reiterated a vow to halt the sale of parts used to make deadly ghost guns, the federal office responsible for enacting that policy delivered a far more reassuring message to the gun industry. I missed that message, but let's hear what they're talking about. This jarring split screen, a president demanding action on gun violence, and an industry-friendly subordinate pumping the brakes, infuriated some Biden allies. I know, bear with me. Mr. Richardson's leadership of the ATF, they believe, reflected the White House waning focus on gun control after the defeat last year of Mr. Biden's picks to run the Bureau, David Chipman, who had vowed to overhaul an agency that has been without a permanent leader since 2015. They're openly saying that this guy, Mr. Richardson, who's running the ATF, is slow pumping actions. So those executive actions, the ghost gun executive actions, the receiver bans, the pistol bans, the redefining a receiver, all those things, they're slow rolling them. Or they're so vague and ambiguous that you can't enforce them constitutionally and they're going to be turned over in court because it's so ambiguous. Other than that little chestnut, let's keep going because these guys, this is the worst part about the gun control movement. They will do anything to justify the ends for as long as they get their means, or the ends justify the means if you want to say it the proper way. But the whole point here is they will use the ATF, they will attack the ATF. They will use a politician, they will attack a politician. It doesn't matter because their main rudder and guidance is the abolition of gun rights. It's not like on our side where we are rectifying and constitutionally enforcing our gun rights. Our guiding star is the Second Amendment. Their guiding star is the emotional safety that they don't want gun rights. That's very different. This one over here can be ambiguous in nature. It doesn't matter as long as you get there. Ours, we have an indeterminate. That's where we're going. So we have all roads leading to that direction, and we have to stay in the legal path. They don't do that. But let's keep going, because this is the scariest part. ATF needs a top to bottom overhaul, said John Feinblatt. There's John again, the president of Everytown for Gun Safety, the gun control group founded by former Mayor Michael R. Bloomberg of New York. That starts with the administration making sure the agency has the resources and leadership it needs to regulate an industry that has consistently prioritized profits over public safety. Okay, talking points, whatever. But the point here is they're going after the ATF and they're throwing Biden under the bus at the same time. ATF officials say it is necessary to deploy such a large contingent in the presence of those they regulate to answer technical questions about compliance with federal law and regulations. Now they're defending the move to a SHOT Show, right? Because all the SHOT Show FFL guys, they have to figure out what the newest regulations are to stay compliant. Well, this anti-gunner is basically saying, see, they send all these people here. That's terrible. Thought the whole point was you wanted to enforce existing regulations because all of the underhanded, under-the-table stuff. Here we go, the truth slips out. But critics of the Bureau say the presence of so many ATF employees is emblematic of the agency's too cozy relationship with the industry. So in summation, we have all these rules and regulations that the ATF has to field a contingent to go and answer all the questions because it's so confusing. And that action right there is identified as you're cozying up because you're sending too many people. These people want what they want, and that's all they care about. They are now attacking the ATF. Won't be long until they're reinforcing the ATF. Won't be long until they attack Biden and they get another gun control champion. These guys are motivated by the ends justifying the means, not through any kind of constitutionality whatsoever. And that's why we fight day in and day out on this channel, and I know you guys are with me. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow morning on the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.